to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Badgers offense will get the first possession of the game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, the defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense?
He's going to throw deep right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Quick release by the QB. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Off the play fake. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to...
Touchdown, Wisconsin! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
So Penn State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires it incomplete. The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll keep it himself. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Right on the money. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. They'll try to sneak it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The inside handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
To the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Creates a little room. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Hayes. Offense lining up quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes it grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Penn State! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's in open space downfield. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Under fire! And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy, because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Wormley. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Nice move. Creates some space. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Got it behind the line. It's 4. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. He'll set up to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Stopping him short on 4th down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13 and gives this offense a little room to work. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in at the 40. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looking for blockers. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. He had a whole host of defenders he had to dodge in the backfield. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Quick completion to the right. Open space at the 25. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He breaks a tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Badgers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Keeps it himself and gets the first. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Off play action. Fakes to grab. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be dragged down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Motion from the back. A design run for the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The the defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On 3rd and long, the blitz pretty much puts the offense out of its misery with the sack.
Yeah, and it's so tough for the offensive line when you get in these situations and you know all these fast athletes are going to be getting after the quarterback. Who's coming, who's not coming. This is why you try to stay out of 3rd and longs, because bad things happen.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll run the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets into the 39-yard line.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
There he goes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. The screen, he's got wheels. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Looking to buy time. He throws back to the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the back is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, you coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where.
Wide open on the right. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Hayes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fit it in the window for the score. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll leave it with him. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 32.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Badgers! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught behind the line. It's 4. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. On the move. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Snaps it in the shotgun. Rushes on him. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. First down for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's
turning it on! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
He'll bring it out. It's Hankerson. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They go to the ground. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes his man miss. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. On the ground with the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.